So we have the new season coming soon. Just talk about how excited I am and some of the key matchups. Schedule release dropped on Thursday, and just wanted to talk about the games first, and then talk about like all the teams that are gonna be good. Race for the championship. Season starts in around 2 months, so excited for that. Barely felt like an off season with all the free agency trades, Olympics, and other leagues and stuff like that. So yeah. So we will have the starting week Celtics Knicks, which will be very nice. Two of the best top three teams in the East facing each other. Excited to see what Mikal Bridges adds to the Knicks and Celtics road to repeating, having their ring ceremony this day. Tuesday, October 22nd is going to be the first day on TNT. Sadly, last year of TNT on NBA, inside the NBA, stuff like that. So you're going to see NBC and Amazon the year after this. Then Minnesota getting a tip-off matchup against the Lakers. This is a bit exciting. Anthony Edwards going against LeBron James. I mean, Lakers haven't made any changes at all, really. So, don't know what to think about. But, yeah, nice to see Ant getting some recognition on media. And then the day after, Bucks Sixers. Bucks, of course, having a solid offseason and also one of the top four teams in the East, as well as the Sixers. Want to see PG and Caleb Martin, their debuts on the Sixers. It's going to be very exciting. Giannis versus Joel Embiid always is a really good series or games. And then Phoenix versus Clippers. New arena. First time seeing that will be very nice for the Los Angeles Clippers as well as many changes they made. And then Suns also making some good changes. Kawhi versus KD, always a great series. Booker versus the Clippers, stuff like that. Then on the 24th, we got the Spurs versus Mavericks. I'm excited to see what Chris Paul does with the Spurs. And Victor Wembanyama leap in year 2, as well as Klay Thompson making his debut on the Mavericks alongside Luka and the defending Western Conference Championships, Kyrie Irving as well. It's very exciting. Luka. This happened like last year too, and it was very good. Then OKC versus Denver, the top two teams in the West last year. Um, Excited to see Hartenstein and Caruso, what they add for the Thunder. Very, very exciting game because Thunder are odds-on favorite and my favorite possibly to make it to the finals out of the West. They look really good. Shea and then Jokic, of course, alongside Jamal Murray. That'll be a nice matchup. Then Friday, Pacers Knicks series rematch from last year and one of the better series. Excited to see Halliburton go again. And Phoenix and Lakers. I mean, KD versus LeBron. Then we have the Clippers versus Nuggets, Magic versus Grizzlies. I'm excited to see Ja Morant come back, and Sacramento versus the Lakers. DeMar DeRozan going to the Kings. Very interesting stuff for opening week. But then we have Christmas Day. We have the Spurs versus the Knicks. That'll be exciting. Victor Wembanyama in the Garden and versus Jalen Brunson. That was one of the best games last season. Brunson scored 60. Wemby with a 40-20 game. Minnesota against Dallas. Rematch of the conference finals. Excited to see what Luka does to Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards does to the Mavericks. Philly and Boston. Paul George, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey versus Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Drew Holiday / Porzingis / Derek White, Al Horford, whatever you want to call it. Very, very going to be a very, very exciting game. Two of the powerhouses in the East. Steph and LeBron go against each other in the Christmas games. That'll be very, very exciting. Both games in the previous season was very good, especially that double overtime one. And then finally, there is the Nuggets versus Suns. I mean, Jokic versus KD. Pretty good matchup. Then we have Martin Luther King Day. Now it's been a specialty of NBA. Dallas at Charlotte. LaMelo. Excited to see Brandon Miller jump, and they might be a sneaky playing team. LaMelo hopefully stays healthy with that. Minnesota versus Memphis will be very nice. Rematch of the 2022 first round. Ja versus Ant, two of the most electric NBA players right now. And then Boston versus Golden State. Curry versus the defending champs. And then Rivals Week. Knicks Nets. I guess over the town rivals. Philadelphia versus Nuggets rivals. Embiid versus Jokic. Minnesota versus Dallas, I guess, is from last year playoff. Golden State versus Sacramento 2 years ago playoffs. Play in. Miami at Milwaukee. Many playoff battles, especially 2 years ago. 3 straight years before this year. Boston at Lakers. That is a great rivalry spanning the whole NBA history. New Orleans at Memphis, Zion versus Ja, 2019 NBA draft. Denver at Minnesota is going to be very, very good to see Jokic getting revenge for losing versus the Timberwolves, Boston Celtics, and the Dallas Mavericks. That is going to be a great matchup. Defending champions versus finals matchup, rematch, and then Lakers versus Warriors again. LeBron versus Curry. Finally, we have the in-season tournament, which will be starting pretty soon, November 12th. Like the in-season tournament a lot. And it's now the Emirates NBA Cup. So, we are going to see this. It's going to be pretty interesting. Don't know what team will win, but here are some of the matchups. Knicks, Sixers, Lakers, Spurs, and a lot more. So, you can see it by yourself. But yeah, very excited for this season because a ton of teams could win the championship. Is not known. Parity is still here. And although a lot of people like to see the matchups always, same matchups in the finals, I like it as a diehard NBA fan as we don't know who's going to win, cannot predict it really. Now, Celtics look really good, but a lot of teams like the Knicks, Sixers, Thunder made some big additions, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Bucks, and the Timberwolves and Bucks are also there as title contenders, along with the Nuggets, as well as sneakily other fun teams that could make like possibly the conference finals and stuff, like the Grizzlies, Pelicans, Magic, and more teams like the Pacers and stuff like that. So a lot of teams that could win, a lot of really, really good teams this season. And this is going to be a great NBA season. I'm looking forward to the playoffs, really. And that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.